Hi, boys and girls. Mrs. Hanson here. So now we get to work on some math. Woohoo! So we are going to need our handy dandy My Math book, and we are going to need a pencil. So in your My Math book, yeah, weird sticker on there. We are going to need pages 589, 590, 591, and 592. So these are the front of the pages you're going to need, and then this is the back pages you're going to need. So we are going to work on in front of and behind. So yesterday we worked on above and below. Now we're going to work on in front of and behind. So I got a couple little things we can work with. I have Halloween Hello Kitty, and I'm going to use my dry erase marker. So when we look at Halloween Hello Kitty, is the marker in front of her or behind her? What do you guys think? The marker's in front of her, right? Because even though we can still see Hello Kitty, the marker is still in front of her. Now, what about now? Is it in front of her or behind her? The marker is behind Hello Kitty, right? So when we're talking about in front of, even if you can see the thing behind, that's okay. That just means that we know that that marker is in front of Hello Kitty, right? It's not on top of, it's not underneath, it's right in front, even though we can see it. Now, this would be something that we would be like, this is Mr. Hanson's coffee cup, best dad ever. But I might have drank out of it this morning. So, is Hello Kitty in front of or behind the cup? We can't even see Hello Kitty, so we know she's behind, right? Now what about now? Is Hello Kitty in front of or behind? She's in front of the cup, right? Mrs. Hanson needs a cup that says best mom ever or maybe best teacher ever. Mother's Day is coming up, so I'm trying to get presents from Lily. Maybe that will be something I can ask for, huh? So we can tell in front of, behind. Okay, let's try something different. I have Mrs. Hanson had all kinds of crazy stuff. The square, is the square in front of or behind the flower? It's in front of the flower. Now, is the square in front of or behind? It is behind. So now that's what we're going to be talking about all during this lesson. So everybody get your page 589, and let's do this together, okay? So the directions are: draw a box around the object that is in front of the sandcastle. So when we're looking at the sandcastle right here, what's in front of it? There's a little boat, right? So we can see the whole sandcastle behind, and then we can see that this boat is in front of it. So let's put a square around that boat. See, Mrs. Hanson drew a square around it. So you guys can draw a square around that boat because the boat is in front of the sandcastle. Next direction, draw an X on each animal that is on the beach in front of the ladies. So it says on the beach, okay? Okay, so we are going to do 1, 2, 3. So I drew an X over each one of those 3 crabs. Because you see these, see these 2 ladies? They said on the beach. So these crabs are in front of the ladies. So we have 1, 2, 3 crabs in front. It doesn't say in the water because could we say that that dolphin is in front of her? Or in front of the ladies? We could, but it just says on the beach. So we are only Xing the crabs that are on the beach in front of those ladies. So there's 3 crabs we are putting an X on. Okay? Our very last direction. Draw an object behind the dolphin. So, what should we draw behind the dolphin? Mrs. Hanson not that good at drawing anything. What's something that we could draw? What if we drew a starfish? I am going to draw my starfish. If you guys want to draw something different, that's okay. I know some of you guys know how to draw stars. I even am drawing my starfish a little bit behind it so you could tell, but you can draw it wherever you want as long as it's behind the dolphin. I have my star. It kind of looks like it's on top of them, but see how I have a little bit, like it looks like it's behind it? So there is my starfish I drew behind my dolphin. So the only thing you need to do is square around the boat because it is in front of the sandcastle. X's on the crabs because they are in front of the ladies. And a star or whatever kind of object you want to draw behind the dolphin. Sound good? All right, so now let's turn our page around. And Mrs. Hanson will give you some directions. Ooh, we got 4 little pictures. So right here, we're going to start with number 1 up here. It says, trace the box around the object that is in front of the school. So what object do we need to trace? We need to trace around that little sheep or lamb. I bet that's the lamb that followed Mary to school. Mary's little lamb, you think? And that's Mary in the school. That little lamb. So I traced the square around the lamb. Okay, now the next one, number 2. So this one right here, we're only looking at this square. Trace the X. Oh, is there an X on there? Oh. Trace the X on the object that is behind the plastic tube. So we're looking at this tube right here. See how these are in front of or beside? These are inside, right? So this one is behind. So trace the X that over that one because that block is behind that tube. Okay, now we're doing number 3, the school bus. This is what you're going to have to do by yourself. Draw an X on each student that is in front of the bus. So you are going to put an X on the students that are in front of. Okay? So you're looking at these students. Which ones are in front of the bus? You're going to put an X over each student. Got it? If I'm going too fast, you can pause it too. Number 4, so right over here with our raccoons. Draw a box around the raccoon that is in front of the slide. So you're going to draw a box around one of these raccoons if it's in front of the slide. Got it? All right, so you can put that one to the side. And then we have our next page, which we have a couple different things on here. Okay, so number 5. We have our alligator right in the middle, right here. Draw a box around the animal that is behind the alligator. So this one, you're going to draw a box around the animal that is behind the alligator. Okay? Number 6, so this one right over here, box. Draw an X on the animal that is in front of the cat. So this cat right here, draw an X on the animal that is in front of the cat. Got it? Number 7, so down here with our hippo. Draw a box around the animal that is behind the hippo. So this is the hippo. Draw a box around the animal that is behind the hippo. Okay, now number 8. There's nothing in here, so you got to listen to what you're going to do. Draw an object. Okay, so you can draw whatever you want. You can draw a square, a circle, a person, a heart, whatever. Okay, so draw that wherever you want on your picture for number 8. Draw another object that is behind your object. That is all you need to do. You need to draw your one object, and then draw another object that is behind your object. So it can be whatever you want. You can draw 2 circles, you can draw something creative, you could draw a person, you can draw the square, you can draw a heart, whatever you guys want, okay? And then you're going to draw another object behind it. All right. So now we have our back page, and it looks like we have Goldilocks and 1, 2, 3 bears. Okay, and we got some other stuff going on too. So let's listen to the directions for this. And it says, draw an X on the girl that is in front of the house. So the girl that is in front of the house, draw an X over her. Draw a box around the flower pot that is in front of the house. Draw a circle around the flower pot that is behind another flower pot. So we have a couple different flower pots. So draw a circle around the flower pot that is behind another flower pot. So the one that is behind the flower pot, another flower pot, you're going to draw a circle around it. Then we have circle the bear that is behind the raccoon. So you look for the raccoon and then circle the bear that is behind it. Then it says, explain to a friend how you know the bear is behind the raccoon. So whoever you are with working on, you can say, I know that this bear is behind the raccoon because, and then you're going to tell them why, okay? So we got all those directions. I'll read them one more time. Draw an X on the girl that is in front of the house. Draw a box around the flower pot that is in front of the house. Draw a circle around the flower pot that is behind another flower pot. And then circle the bear that is behind the raccoon. So you guys got a lot of directions to do for that. So that is all we have to do for in front of and behind. So let me know if you guys have any questions, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.